Ladies and gents, welcome to yet another episode of What's Next podcast. I'm your host, Mario Maitland. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. This episode is sponsored by Win King, where quality is king. We got a very, very special guest right here, right next to me, Mr. Willie Cauley-Stein, one of my favorite UK legends. They call him Trill, so I'm going to just call him Trill all day.
All day, every day.
All day, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to What's Next Pod.
I appreciate the invite, man. I'm excited to be here and kind of just talk shop.
Yes, for sure, man. Let's talk about just coming back to Lexington. When was the last time since you've been here? How long has it been?
2016.
2016?
Yeah, 2016. I came back for an expedition game. We played the Wizards and Pelicans.
Okay.
And so that was the last time. I ain't been back since. I haven't been to any games. So, I've just been busy at the league. So I watch from afar. It's always, I can never really get back to watch any of the good games and go to tailgates because that's right in the beginning of our stuff. So, I mean, it kind of, it's bittersweet, but man, being back is amazing though, bro. As soon as I stepped off the plane, it was like, oh, this is home. This is home. I'm texting my wife like, yo, I think we got to make this move. Like, it's incredible out here.
I've seen you 4 or 5 times in the last few days. I've seen you multiple times. And I overheard you saying like, man, it's like, I don't know who you were talking to. I guess you were getting interviewed and you were like, man, it's like everybody's grown up. Everybody's grown up. Everybody, you having kids, your wife, you can see, everybody can see that you're grown up now, man.
Yeah.
What is it like to see like the Harrison twins, some of your old teammates all grown up, you, guys you play with?
Yeah, no, man, it's a blessing, bro. Honestly, it's a blessing to see, I mean, it can be taken quick, and life is quick, so like getting to see these guys again that I went to war with and kind of just see how they grew up, seeing the kids that they have, like Sam Malone, he's got 2 kids, and Todd just got married last week, Marcus Lee's getting married this week, like he's on that grown man shit, and I love it, bro, like that's what it's about, and not getting to be with them every day and seeing that, but then like coming back 10 years later and kind of getting to hear what they're, man, it's special, bro, it really is.
Do the memories flood back into your mind once you're around them?
Yeah, and you don't even remember a lot of them, and then somebody start getting to tell the story, and then you're like, oh yeah, that shit did happen, and then you start thinking of another story, man. I mean, like the last couple nights just at dinner, I mean, I have no desire to stay up past 12 anymore, but I'm still talking to Todd till 1:20 at night, just like, man, it's just, so free flowing, organic, like there's so much stuff that's happening, it's just putting it all together.
That's what's up, man. Now, words around town that you're a big golfer now.
Yeah. Basketball
you're elite at basketball, but golfing is your thing, man. How'd you fall in love with golfing, man? Where did that come from?
But honestly, just saved my life, man. I had gone through a couple, like the last couple of years. Probably like, not these last 2 years. These last 2 years have been great. But the 2 years before that was a little rough.
Yeah.
And
the beginning stages of it.
Yeah, and I'm talking about life was rough.
Okay.
And then I found golf, man, and just seriously saved my life, man.
How did it?
Well, the reason why, I'll tell it straight up on here, man. The reason why I had to go, like I left Dallas and shit like that, I had to go to rehab. And then so when I was in rehab, I met this guy named Parker, and he was a big golfer. And so we just got to like betting, like on a little chipping range, putting range.
Yeah.
And I was like,
this might
it's a vibe. Yeah, it's a vibe. So then after all that, I finished all that up and started my recovery. It was like it's a big part of recovery for me. Like it's something for the soul, bro. It really
symbolizes what you.
Yeah. And so like with that, all that happened, my grandmother passing away. It's like I needed something. Basketball was taken from me. I needed something to channel all of like the heartache, the heartache of losing ball, the heartache of losing my grandmother, the heartache of losing my boy Rex, like all that. And then like I found this thing that I could just channel it and work on it every day. And it's just me. I don't have to worry about politics. I don't have to worry about coaching. I don't have to worry. It's just me getting better. And it's
you can leave everything else wherever
at the door, bro. As soon as I step out of my car and put my golf shoes on, bro, it's just gone. That's gone, bro. It's just me for 4 hours.
I see why you say it saved your soul, man. I definitely see it.
It really did save me, bro. I've been sober for 2.5 years now. And I I give a lot of that to golf. Really.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that about you.
That was the first time I ever told that story.
Hey, what's next? We got it on what's next, man. You talked about your kids. I want to kind of touch a little bit back on your kids. What's it like? They're going to be seeing you play in Lexington and seeing the fan base, rally around you, man. What is it like for them and for you?
Oh man, they're hyped. Like my daughter, she obviously has got to experience the league when she was younger. So like being around that and being around it.
How old's your daughter?
She's 4 now.
Okay.
And she's turned 4 last week. And yeah, man, it's just my wife, she's really diligent on showing them like YouTube videos, especially I'm gone right now. So she's like, we watch your YouTube videos every night. They're going crazy with the dad chance, and so man, that's what it's about, bro.
And you got Drew Franklin in the cut. Shout out to Drew Franklin.
What's up, Drew? What's up, Drew?
You're fine, man. But yeah, man, let's talk about La Familia a little bit, since it's the reason why you're here. Walk me through, like, what was the process like for Twani Beckham recruiting you? How did he pitch to you, and what was your initial thoughts?
It was an easy call, bro. Like I said, I'm in a position where like I'm smart enough to know hoops is coming to an end, and like he brought this opportunity to me. And leaving here, the last time I left here, I'm like, man, I'll never play with these groups of guys again. I'll never play in that building, and I'll never play in front of these people again. And then like he brought that, I'm like, it's a perfect time to do this right now. And like I said, I'm in cahoots. Like I'm probably like 85% sure that I want to move back and kind of start my life here as a retired, person. I want to go back to school and finish my degree. I got like 38 more hours left, and so I kind of got that going in motion.
What's your degree?
I'm just a comm major.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Some light.
Hey, it's a degree. You're gonna finish it.
Exactly. The paper's the paper, but I want to, the J.R. Smith story, like how he walked on.
Yes.
So that's something I want to do here, is walk on the golf team and
that'd be cool.
Put on for Kentucky again, bro. I think it would be lit.
I did not know you was thinking about doing that.
Yeah, bro. So
that's awesome, man.
Moving back and finishing that, and hopefully walking on the golf team and bringing some different energy out here.
Yeah. Biggest takeaway, regardless of you guys winning this thing or losing this thing, what's your biggest takeaway from this whole experience?
I mean, it's just giving back to the community. You know what I mean? Like, all tournament aside, yeah, we can win and make some money, but it's really just the opportunity to play in front of these fans again and kind of give back. Like, a lot of us ain't been back in a decade, so like to be able to give back to them and kind of make them dive back into that time of basketball that was here, that was like at its peak. That's good for them, you know what I mean, and get that feeling again. So that's why I chose to come. Like, it was basketball aside, you know what I mean. A lot of these guys are still trying to hoop somewhere. And I'm like, if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean. I didn't come here to try to go back to the league or try to get a scout or a deal overseas. I came back to just play with these guys again and enjoy the community.
That's love. That's what it's about, man. You talked about basketball. I learned a lot. I'm learning a lot so far, man. You're a big basketball guy and you like golf. Let's rewind a little bit to football. You used to be a big football star in your high school days, man. What was that like? If you guys haven't seen his highlights, his football highlights, just go look at it. Just go look at it. But what was that like, man, being a football star? Do you think that you possibly could have been a football star if basketball didn't work out for you?
I mean, I could do whatever I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have that type of mentality and that type of faith that, like, put something in front of me, and if I wanted to do it, I could knock it out and do it. So football was one of them things where, I grew up playing and everybody was like, oh, you can't play football, oh, you're too tall. And I was like, okay, yeah, watch this then. So then I wanted to do it more than basketball. Like, there was a time where my freshman year of basketball, I wouldn't even want to play basketball. Like, I want to be a football player. I want to be a quarterback. I want to go D1 quarterback. And then got a new coach in, and everybody in the
Switch
town
things up.
Well, everybody in the town was like, come on, man, like, we don't got enough guys anymore. Like, we need you to play. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to play. And then next thing I know, I had 30 college coaches in the building, and it was just a bunch of energy rolling. And now we're here. Yeah. Still love the game, man. I loved competing in football, man. It was fun.
You ever play on your free time, anytime like that now? Nah. I
might throw the ball around a little bit, but
nothing serious, man. So where did basketball become really serious? I know you talked about you got a new high school coach, kind of changed things for you. Where did it really come serious where you're like, oh man, this is like I can make a living off of this thing?
Probably my sophomore year, high school. When we got this new coach, his name's Jared Stanford. He came in, he was a young guy. Kind of come in and kind of shook up our little small town of what we were taught how to play basketball. He came in with like these Iverson workouts, had me doing all these Iverson workouts. Nobody's seen that out there. And it was unfortunate because he ended up getting fired going into my junior year. So then I transferred to a whole different, like 6-7 hours away from where we were. And that's when the football thing really took off because I was at like a 6A school now.
Bigger school now.
Yeah, so it was a little more hype, a little more loud. But to me, like, it's all about art. And all these little football, basketball, golf,
music.
It's all art.
Yeah.
You know, it's life. It's all an art to me. So just living is an art. And so when I bust things down like that, I mean, it's super easy to get shit done.
Facts, man. I get that. I totally get that, man. Let me ask you about the transition from Kansas, small town Kansas, to Lexington, Kentucky. This is two different worlds. And for you, you're not only just a regular person, you're a rock star. You get on campus, you're seeing it, like you're experiencing it even today. What was that? How did you transition into that?
Well, honestly, it was like I came in with no expectation. That was like first thing, you know, no expectation. Just go in there. I was a 4-star, recruit. Everybody else was 5 stars and number 1 in the draft class and position and stuff. And so I came in as a little chip on my shoulder, like
you want to prove something.
Yeah, and I had like my confidence of hoops wasn't where it is today, obviously, but I had a competitive spirit where like I'm willing to get down and work on it, and that's what happened, bro. People will tell you, bro, when I came in here, bro, I couldn't score a left-handed fucking jump hook. And
really?
I leave here, and left-handed jump hook is probably one of the most things that I do now is left hand and stuff like that.
Game developed, man. I've heard the off the court stories, the skating the class.
Oh yeah, That's what I'm saying, man. I just came as a college kid. Like it was the first time away from home. I came from a town of 800 people. I was out here, but they was literally calling me the skater kid. Like, oh yeah, you're the skater kid that hoops, right? Like, yeah.
I mean,
the first places I was going to was the skate park right there behind the lodge. Yep. Okay. Right by the park where the swimming pool and stuff.
Yeah.
That was like some of the first places I was going to, was pulling up to the skate park and meeting people, throwing up graffiti and stuff. Like, yeah, so I wasn't a hooper when I first got here, for sure.
You developed into a hooper.
Yep.
You developed into a hooper. I have to ask you, man, you talked about like some of your teammates, you walked in, you had Vans, but your teammates still had LeBron.
All Jordans.
All the Jordans.
Yeah, I got Chucks and Vans and very West Coast. Yeah, no, it was different.
Definitely different, man. What about your adjustment to the style of play? Like, how'd you adjust? Was it, I know Coach KP had a lot to do with getting you in workouts late at night.
Yeah.
How'd you adjust to the differences in the game from high school to college?
I think for me, so I was blessed. My AAU program, we were a real program. Like we 2-a-days, we're having defensive practices. So when I already came here, the defense was light years ahead of the offensive side of the ball. So like defense, I mean, I didn't have to think about it. It was
natural.
We already drilled it as a kid of like help side and,
shell drill.
Yeah, stunts and all these other things. So when I came here, I mean, it was second nature. Like I was ahead of the game in that aspect. So it wasn't hard to insert myself here and just play hard.
I want to talk a little bit about Cal. Cal's obviously in Arkansas. And a lot of fans, I've interviewed a lot of Cal players. I mean, a lot. Majority of my people are Cal players. And what I've noticed about them, Trill, is Cal's more than just a coach. He's more like a
father.
Like a family. Like, yeah.
He's like a father.
Like a father figure.
Absolutely.
What makes him so different from all the other Hall of Fame coaches, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, I don't know a lot of them. I don't know. I haven't talked to them guys like the other coaches and stuff like that. But what I love and respect about Cal wasn't about hoops. Hoops was, we all know the pitch of when we come in here, it's different. It's not for everyone. But if you come here and you put yourself in and you work, you're gonna go to the league. You're gonna get drafted at least. Now it's like that's a whole other thing that you got to deal with. Like you get drafted now, so you know what I mean. You don't have Cal on your backside, kind of directing you where to go anymore. So
it's a little bit different.
Yeah. So I think with him, it was. I mean, we had so many meetings of like what to do with money, what to do in crisis of women. Like,
so this is outside of basketball.
This is meetings that he would have at like random meetings. Like, we had so many meetings. It's like, especially like you see all these horror stories of, you know, rape allegations and stuff like this. Like he was not gonna let that happen. We had 10 o'clock curfew, like no girls in the lodge, no nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that stuff right there just protected us. Like, yeah, we were upset about it at the time, but I'm looking 10 years now and I'm like, well, we were never in a position to even get in trouble.
To that.
You know what I mean? So he kind of put that at the forefront, just like teaching us how to live outside of basketball was like, that's the main thing that I got from him.
New coach in town, Mark Pope. Have you had any recent interactions with him? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit, man. I like him, bro. Like I think he would be a fun coach to play for. He's
good energy.
Completely different vibe than Cal.
Me and Tyler, us three, we're all just talking about
completely different vibe, but I mean it's a refreshing vibe, you know. So I personally would have loved to play for him. Like after what I seen yesterday, like he's a very chill guy, but he's got an edge to him, and you know. If you take it there with him, I think he's gonna take it there with you. So
nah, for sure. He always he seems like he's always on. Like even like you see him on camera, on TV, he's like that in person. Like he acts in the same way. If you like wings like me, make sure you go and check out Wing King at Gray Line Station. They've got over 15 flavors with sizes ranges from 6 to 100 wings, boneless or traditional, whatever you like, dry or wet, whatever you like. Make sure you check out Wing King over at Gray Line Station. They've got you covered. Now, before you even get there, we got to talk about your moments in Kentucky. What's some of your biggest moments? What's your favorite moment here at Kentucky? If you had to single it down to one or two, what would you say? You had a lot. Can I give my favorite?
Yeah, you give me your favorite.
I like the University of Florida. You catch it and you extend. Slam dunk over catching bodies. So what's your favorite moment?
Honestly, not even probably basketball related. Probably just like after basketball. Like when the last game we had here when we went 31-0, like our last regular season.
T-shirts.
I think that after we won that, we got to enjoy that on the floor and got to talk on the mic a little bit. Like that was probably one of the coolest moments.
That was just something, man. They had T-shirt. Rupp was going crazy. You think that was probably the loudest you've ever heard Rupp? Is that night?
I don't know. I mean, Louisville games is always hype. Yeah. Tennessee games is always hype.
Rival games.
Yeah. So all the rivalry games, it gets rowdy in there.
So let's talk about the NBA a little bit. Transition from college to the NBA. College, you're the rock star at the University of Kentucky in Lexington. Everywhere you go, everybody wants a picture, autographs, all that good stuff. NBA, it's like you start from zero. Now you're in Sacramento and rock star to professional basketball player. How did you adjust, like overall mentally? Was it kind of weird in your sense of going from a rock star to just, you know, an NBA player, a draft pick, potential?
Nah, because, you know, I was a 6th pick, so, like, I was still a rock star going to Sac. Like, there in Sac was even like, it's low-key like here.
Really?
Their fan base is very similar to this
to Kentucky?
Yeah, so, like, when I went there, a lot of them was Kentucky fans. A lot of them, you know what I mean? So, like, I was just as much as a rock star there in the beginning as it was here. So there was really no adjusting. It was just, like, enjoying. Because now I don't have that, you know what I mean? Until I come back here. But so just the enjoyment of it, just like riding the wave.
On the court, what was it like competition-wise? You're playing against some of the best players in the world compared to Kentucky. I feel like Kentucky obviously prepared you for that because you're playing every day in practice.
I mean, I had 7 draft picks on my team, so like it was always against pros. Like that's why we came here. To practice against pros every single day. And so, I mean, it's like it's an easy transition, bro.
Yeah,
Winning is you're a pro already before when you leave here.
Are you open to a return to the NBA? What does that look like for you?
Oh, for sure. If it happened, you know what I mean? Like if we came out here and won this and I had a hell of a run and I got a call up, I'm there in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? If not, you already heard my plan. You know what I mean? So
facts.
I got a plan. You know, that's not the case. It's just I don't think it's about basketball at that level. It's about everything else but basketball. So that deters me from that side of it. Yeah. So the politics side of it, I hate it. It's not fun, and it takes away from the love of basketball
business.
for sure.
Yeah,
there's two things.
There's
a business of basketball and there's basketball. Love basketball, love competing. I could come out here and just have fun playing. But as soon as you get in like an organization and it's not about basketball anymore, it's not fun.
Man, I get you on that one. We got to go to our last segment. It's just sponsored by Win King. It's called Social Spotlight. I basically show you a few photos on your Instagram or whatever you posted, and you just got to walk us through what it means to you. So the first photo, which I find very interesting, because I've been watching the show. I was talking to Yoku on his episode, and he's been putting me on Naruto, and I've been watching that a lot. Here's the first photo. You just gonna walk us through what's that looking like? I see you got a little Akatsuki stuff on there.
Yeah. So we did this. I mean, coming out of a workout, one of the guys that make jerseys had a bunch of like anime jerseys, and he sent me them. He was like, "Yo, just post them for me." So I wore that to workout and had Zoo with me, and was like, "Yo, shoot me real quick so I can post this guy." But it ended up being a really dope picture.
Nah, it is a dope picture,
Anything that Zoo shoots is a dope picture. So
mask on and everything like that. In the back of that is real cool too.
It's during COVID, so that's why we got the mask.
Okay. And then the second photo, this is probably my favorite. And I wanted to put multiple of your paintings to your big painter.
Yeah.
Do you still paint often?
Oh,
or?
yeah.
It's the photo we got. Walk us through that. What were we looking at right here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a big music guy, so I wanted to just, I got a Jimi Hendrix tattoo. I just love what his movement was. And so I'm like, yo, I gotta make something for him. And that was like the first one I did.
This was the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a couple other ones. But I did a series of, I like superheroes and villains and stuff like that. So I did like a trio painting. Painting? Yeah. So I did one of Michael Jackson as the Joker.
I'm a big Mike fan, so I'm gonna have to see that.
Yeah. So I did a Michael Jackson with in a Joker form. And then I did a Kurt Cobain in a Joker form, but a different one. And then I did a Prince in a whole nother Joker form. So like, I did all three Jokers, and then
they all racked up on it. How'd you even get into painting, man?
Well, when I was here in Kentucky, when I first started, I wanted to be an art major. So I was doing a bunch of art classes. And then like, eventually it was like, I'm just trying to get out of here. So then I changed to communications. But yeah, in the beginning, I was taking like 2D drawing, 3D drawing, creative drawing. This one little creative art class that like they would literally, when you come in, they would put like dump like a bunch of just random stuff, and you have to like put it together and make some cool little. Yeah, it was a cool little classes out there.
That's cool. Sure. I didn't know they had that, man. Painting, gaming. You're a big gamer too. I know COVID kind of put you into gaming. Making music. Do you make music still?
I haven't made it in a while. Like it's there. When I'm with those guys, it's up. It's up. Matter of fact, we got a session tonight.
Man.
You should pull up.
I should pull up. Get some content.
Yeah, for sure.
Got painting, gaming, making music, ball player, golfer. I mean, I can keep going. But what outside of all those things, what makes you Willie Cauley-Stein? If you take all those things away, who are you at your core?
I think I wear it on my sleeve, man. Like what y'all see is like that's. I don't change for nobody, bro. So what y'all see on a daily basis, how I interact with people here, that's what I'm on every day. So there's not much change to what it is.
Yeah, we always end out with 2 questions, man. And the first question, you're on What's Next podcast. So what's next for you outside of La Familia? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking come back, get my degree. I want to get into coaching, so I gotta scoop the degree to get into coaching. I want, Yoku started the Brick House AAU, but like back when we was in college, bro, we was talking about starting an academy, and that's what Brick House is. So like, it's all just kind of connecting the dots now, bro. Like, I'm back, and I'm like really serious about coming back, and I think the academy can be a really cool foundation out here. Just
shout out Yoku, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Yoku.
So I want to get into like not being an agent, but like more of a consultant to young dudes that, especially with the NIL and like how to navigate that part of it. You know what I mean? It's how to like set yourself up for after hoops. Because I didn't do a good job at that, and so like now I want to pass that on to people, and especially like the recovery aspect of what I've gone through. And I think, you know, Kentucky's obviously one of those spots that the recovery part of that is big here, I feel like, and I think that just me having that experience, I could relate to a lot of people here and really help a lot of people with that.
I love what you just said. It seems like you're all about giving back as far as what our conversation is all about. So what's your best advice to anybody? Like, what do you have to say? What's the best advice for Willie Cauley-Stein?
I would say, I mean, just doing like whatever it is that you do, like just doing it with a purpose of getting better that day. Like, not the down the line of what I want, but like this right here, the day today is the biggest part of it. You know what I mean? It's like enjoying that day, enjoying that process of getting better that day, and then like let the end result like be the end result. And then like having that faith, bro. Just having the faith that it's gonna get done, no matter what it looks like in that time of that day, but knowing at the end of this thing, it's gonna get done.
I love that, man. And what really stands out to me is the connecting dots. You might have a long-term goal, but just focus on the short-term goal. It might connect back to the long-term.
It is going to connect to it. It's purposeful, bro. You know what I mean? It's got to connect to that.
For sure, man. It's been a pleasure, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Chat with you, man.
Oh, yeah.
All love. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ladies and gents. This episode is brought to you by Win King. Make sure you go check Win King out as well. Willie Cauley-Stein, make sure you check them out in La Familia this weekend. They're going to make some noise.
Hold up. We need everybody to pack it out.
Pack out Rupp, ladies and gents. That's all we got for today. We'll be back with another episode next week.
Cool, bro.
Appreciate you, my guy.